Yearly in a place which is on the north side, an Indian brave slumped on a horse night, breaking the forest torchlight. Bone skeletons or jaws of birds and fish, driftwood dwelling, shells of all shapes and sizes, such as razor shells, cockles and talons. The flash, a fastest man alive is still too late. The felons, townscape, shipperstone, and dirty pair, dreadful end, a murder of crows. Questions the kindly one, saga of the swamp thing, if sorrow, tarantula, sudden gravity, the two faces of tomorrow. The river underground, the drowned, gang lords of Chinatown, the scrivener, the scribbler, burning girl, rodeo clown, blood-stained crown, and other stories, disease, no grave but to see. The five fists of science, the wolf beneath the tree, the hall of the dead, the complete moon shadow be, the last Christmas, the orbiter, where swords and deviltry, the town that didn't exist, reckonings, translucent beasts, they wish girls extinction, black hidden lands, there were more two-board Indians follow me, isolation and illusion, the sanctum of 83, twice these fish attacked your city, sovereignty, a harbor freeze, what new father to amplify communications in the water, so why is it prudent to attack some author, knew if spirit is wasted, oh and the enemy communications fluid shot, if they call your mother a dirty name, you won't hear it, you will taste it. The daughters of God came this season, down on girl, the smell of the air found bleeding. The evening when the work was cut down to half a day shift with no reason. The shovel kept a feather, some peddler by the roadside was grieving, and the sky fell and broke, and all the angels fell behind with no feeling. The roulette wheel stopped at 8, one night late, and a man came through the woods, was found for him no plate. The ocean became hungry, the desert tried to escape, and the children play laughing to bed early with no cake. If the wolf can see at night, and now feelings towards chase, the woman rode her horse, invaded by herself in her cape. The bird could not smell, there were no words for the snake, and an axe bit wood was left behind on his date. The horse was startled, a woman in a hood wore a face. The sky has come to crush white as a react with no haste. The truth was found at the bottom of the lake. The tree, the giving tree, she has one more branch to take. The darkness was a centipede, strangely God's sounds of mystery. A young man fired his rifle, he finds the sheriff does bleed. If the wind banged the doors, if it is any song we would sing, at night the devil disappeared, that day a soul was company.
Yeah, Warghost, back up in this shit again. Run for your lives. Yeah,
bro, call between December and a man made of splinters. There is a break in the woods in which you should not enter. The spirits have all danced around and cannot remember. I stand and light a stick of dynamite and throw it over into the timber. The angels have found their way. This poltergeist from the grave, the skeleton in the cave, sits Indian style in waves. At night there is a display of bats who fly and plague. Some demons the sun's taste, where a lake has become the place. There is a man who runs through the night, why does he try to escape? There is a woman holding a lantern walking off the passageway. If the lights have all gone out, does the house stay? If the truth has all ran out, mold a lie with clay. There's a stone inside of water, some desert yesterday. Lightning strikes an ocean wave, an apple tree grows in the grave. You crash like the albatross, arctic bird chart the glaze. The devil is a fish, move through the air with his rays. In the hand there is a bone which cannot contain what I say. There was a blackout that night, caused a town of riot and slave.
Monks should be reasonable, and good standing is most important. How can you be so ruthless as to fight?
Although the half-dead king, Duracell, Lantern One, Saber, Caves, Graves. And to give his life a ransom for many, the crooked trees and the entity. Mariners continue to complain about the foghorns in the sea. The spider has not brought trouble to me. I like the idea that God sees. He laughs because the devil is just angry. Grass cutter, the shrouded moon, Mary Scary, the milkman murders. The wanderers road, the soul market. We're on the ground, there are traps, so stand further. It 8 billion on Christmas, the nightly news and eyewitness. 100 decayed bullets, these old Indians have no mistress. The haunted tank, the spiral cage, Oswald Loomis pulls a prank beneath hell in a hard place. A game of you and riverbanks, the devil may care. Emerald hell, display rare, conquer world. Full circle, Morgana, life and death, Kane's eye tear. Tales of sanctuary, panel to panel. Last day in Vietnam, the spiral cage, body of a journalist. Since the world began, we need a song. Doom Patrol, God Save the Queen, Lazy Sunday, book, Druid toys, 2 roads diverge, Kitchen 14. Those who God wishes to destroy. Night Tripper, the man Renfield, a tale of madness poised. Little deaths, a distant soil, kiss and tell the secret history of noise. Dr. Death, Mystery Theater, Harlequin Valentine is annoyed. Dioramas, panoramic, Papa Midnight, and the Hardy Boys.
You have disappointed me. Greatly, yes.
Master, these are filthy ninja, and they tried to kill you, so I...
Be quiet. They cannot even beat you. So how in the world could they beat me?
A But we must protect ourselves.
You have forgotten what I have taught you, and what is written in the Book of Buddha.
I know I'm right.
Wei Ming, as far as Kung Fu is concerned, you are the best among your colleagues, but your behavioral practice is the worst. When will you ever understand all these things?
Other the half-dead king, torso, lantern one, saber caves, graves, fake Muslim, you're a slave. Arctic warrior, you're in hell, psycho diver, metric unit conversions. Abraham Lincoln, 11 snakes speaking, brunette, none virgins. Examples in trouble, Hubble, telescope, coast, notes, floats over the problem, vote. Super giant, space body ghost, super worldwide web, shoulder show. Gotham grieves, problem, Gotham by gaslight, hells of discovery, volts. Volts tells world of tyrant, future iconoscope. Volt, blue moon, Solomon Grundy, Brainiac, Lex Luthor moving with the ray gun bulb. An answer upon the city one afternoon. Planes, trains, automobiles dash, crash from the disaster. Train wreck, metropolis, county cocoon. The light blue polarization splash from the jaw. Wolverine shards, bats risen, hell's winter, splinter talks jaw. Metro metropolis grieves, cockpit metropolis by lamp, fake gods. Principles, disciples, the Green Lantern highball. Tall, the climate changes when at night a man with a flame upon his head dances in the streets of strangers. Some thieves keep at some city. This cave has been covered in ice for ages. A woman finds one man is king, another tests his patience. Another man has become lost in a blizzard of Appalachian. Other the half-dead king, the circus of Rory King, Clan Hill, flag landfill. When I approach like Star Wars doffs in a pulse, you stand still. The swamp boa, the canary, the blood-red canopy. Gotham by gaslight, this accordion, coffee, and caffeine. The place marked like a skull, Skeletor from Star Wars. Up I guard the cave in the north. There the Holocaust, the sign of hell's winter. Corinthians, twin Chinese fire arrow, fire torch. The end of the way that was, the nightmare is tall, far to fall. Suburban romance, the probability broach hall. The willing wolves, 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. Badly damaged, a traveling clad army at night was laid far, teenage wasting, wonderful big giant book of unspeakable good. The tinderbox, the other evolve or die out of Boneville wood, no spot. And nature is truly barren to serve in heaven. Molly and Pooh, little Lulu, Owlie, turtle soup. Hold your sword lest ye fall on it when stricken. Could sever your soul. Tired as tribe, Caesar's was a demon. Difference, evil and romance, beating friction. Is grieving, beautiful boy, battle wise Avon, Ducktown sleepers. Salvation run, Batman and the Mad Monk. If either I love you as far as I can reach. We've survived heart stroke. Experience is a good teacher, not a kind one. An artichoke.
Living in the last days of the last age of man.
The Forest Zone lost and reappearing colony. Immediately they left behind their technology. The River King, why doesn't lightning ever learn anything? 2 locomotives end up 90 feet below the ocean. A moving black centipede. A vicious saber-tooth goes on a killing spree after escaping from captivity. Saving spacecraft designed to propel American astronauts at the moon. Interesting fact is you die in your own eye at high noon. Why do you always find what you're looking for in the last place you look? Sight for pudding, because once you found it, you've stopped looking. 2 large stone slings in action dimension weather. You are searching for a baby lying in a place cut from rock or made out of stone cemented together. A lot of bats in Texas, weapon almanacs, asbestos, research tools including dictionaries to find how you die aggressive. I nail you upside down on the wooden floor in the form of a crawl so you fall and die from the roof after slipping off. The skeleton is found in a cave of a frost. You find your silly ass on an island lost. The Sharing Sword, Book of Indian Ghost Tales, a ghost of war in his bows. I am lost in heaven, finish those. I laid on the roof and agent said, no one can go down to get her furniture out. Hot damn sky I am. And Potter's feeling cannot go back to get his clothes, get his clothes.
Throughout time, the battlefields have changed, but the prize has always remained the same. The human soul.
Drug addiction, alcoholism, sadism, bestiality, mutilation, murder, vampirism, necrophilia, cannibalism, not to mention a gamut of sexual goodies.
What did he look like?
His was a frightening visage, like the face of a demon that had taken on some human aspect.
There is a shovel that is important in the countryside. I'm a beast like Ed 209 with Kane's minus side. A challenging time is marked and there are vineyards and grapevines. This found inside the eye where some man is crushed and dies. My thought is sharp, it pins you to the wall behind. The wooden floor collapsed 3 times, the bodies are hidden beneath the sky. Yet I am a man who has become angry with the decisions of the king. So one night I started a crime ring. We hid barrels of gunpowder under the floor where the king was to give a speech, and blew his ass to smithereens, and blew his ass to smithereens. My poetry has a quill that pricks blood of his paranoia. Had this ship built in such a way that it would collapse mid-voyage. At night late down by the lake, overpass behind the creek, with a lit candle I creep. Perhaps you find I've constructed panels in the ceiling to collapse and kill you while you sleep. It is lost behind the wall, what has never been found to all. In time of the great fire you watch the chandelier fall. A door is cracked, though in fact what you find behind it exact is a place where a memory is trapped, or those killed by my axe. There is a war that rages in heaven, fish, zodiacs, many eyes and wings that are feathered. You are betrayed by creatures who seek their own death forever. Warghost. At night, there is a thing known as torches lit the colonial road. A wanted killer walk in the woods, returning angels shown. For the memory keepers, an evil mind is shattered into a million pieces while bats storm throughout the cave. A man deals with the weakness. The glass butterfly house attacks is found inside a fish's mouth. You approach a steep in the woods on this route and beheld thousands of ghost warriors standing out. The mermaid whispers at night, the listener. I've come a long way from Death Valley, selling pictures. The glass castle inside the eye. You are most likely to die, but the sand castle's broken away by the evening tide. Apothecary glass jar, English ivy smile to hide. Burning the mind when the children cry. 88 stitches, spirits to El Moriarty witches. A man is knocked through a mountain and thinks about his sentence. You witness the graves you tread, and a man every which way but dead. The giant owl is not asleep and moves with cobwebs, where a splinter become a thorn and his skin flint will die at dawn. There's a woman out at night who sings a nightingale song. In the lake there is the truth. Off a stone we all eat soup. An Indian brave, he should have been chief, offered to the forest aloof. Some catfish will escape your way, the spider will live another day. I am loaded on a cart heap, death by the black plague. Death by the black plague, death by the black plague.
Slow
Voltron, Robotech, Megatron, Slash, Biomechanic, Disaster, Blast, Wreck, Devil's Playgrounds, where magnetic disturbances wreak havoc and people feel called to their depths. When he assigned some of his crew to an archive where relics note, and his men return to the main ship to fetch a telescope. Then notice approach, the ghost in the walls, 3 doors fall, and each door contains slowly a dying crawl. The court held men that would hang, what shoveled the range, before the footprints led to the range. That cracker's cage, the elders were the dragon that kept eye taught by the pageant. If any darkness could imagine the after past, warpath to a times tragic. The people became heavy, the candle blew out in a medley, and MCs are trapped in an asymmetric room killed by symmetry. One chair was used to hang one picture, he laid under a fixture before his turn to die. He forgot the birds above the ledge, in the morning it had burned his eyes. If he was called out the next day to dig another grave, it was demanded by the centurion. With a shovel he felt ashamed. The sky broke morning, the flower had felt the day. The thorn trees were winded and the wicked cannot escape. A man carved his last name on the side of a wooden plate, and the blast from the landmine caused a physics tank. Every kind of sickness among the people, perhaps light armored vehicles, bizarre and Superman and cells behind walls you cannot see through. At the same time, courtyards and graves beneath you. A woman who tried to teach you, the warrior in his prowess intrigued few. There is an ocean that is inhabited by what the seas knew. There is a man who has died in a house among his sisters who seek you, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Many moons ago in the forest an Indian brave slept. A female serial killer, the activities of a strange fiddler. Abel was a keeper, sheep, Cain of the ground, a tiller. A man has become stolen from at the market. Hawaii is home to a volcano goddess. Such violent things were given to a swamp tar pit. Blood has stained the carpet, this is found in the hearts of darkness. Aliens promise to serve man, in the sky a starship, leading to a troubled boy, the identity of his source. One wields the universe with force, the other intrigued along the torch. Their military genius is seen in the eye of the phoenix. At night may be painted like a fly which lands between us. It is your turn to die for city in the sky. The US chooses to confront work evil on the ground for the first time. Rose from thence and cometh into the coast. Seaport deeply within to know. Seagulls, a seamstress, seafood, a ghost. Hindu music, vinegar cup, what boast? The war had gone on between kingdoms. The Bible guides, explosions ripped through 8 boats. How can I, like Fabian Cousteau? Me and Kong from Kings and the Lamb is shown. How definitive an elephant gun is blown. Winter thrust, a javelin hits your throne. The future Buddhists have all gathered to hear your moan. Morning hunt down your tombstone and stomp your bones. That is cold word. A mountain home, now the mountain has found a way to kill your tone. The prophecy like the billiards bloodstone. These zombies smoking by pregnant women all alone. A shot was fired by the capital of Navarone. The ancient spirits and the cave's graves microphone. The stereophonic sound, what poem? The abomination of Moab. The owl that Christ has flown. The moth that the earth is the Lord's volcano foams. An arrow then split by an axe to Pueblos. How does a museum still roam? How does a man drink Patron? Inside the house there are ladies with a comb. Inside the world is revealed a scope. Inside the ocean is the wandering antelope. What use have you of Hartford and Croak? Some kind of visual ghost, breathtaking but is found inside a rose. A balloon explodes, the mountain journey most. The jackdaw and the man in the snow. Search the wire before George Lowe. Your preference is a dagger and a cloak. The clock of the Notre Dame hope. The soul, the spoke, and the court 50-foot long throat. Portugal near Cape St. Vincent and there established resistance. Weather reports was the first to use telegraph to transmit. Wreck is deadly, pressed a Chevy Rice-headed weapon house. Robotech ghost, still lit, humanless trucks attack a diner post. Holocaust, a sign of hell's winter, splinter chief. Jedi mind tricks, a sarcophagus, limestone coffins, hasted disintegration, a stone coffin, one exposed to view as in a tomb to eat. Holiday hell, Lucifer is the divine comedy, the complete concrete, the first power, scarlet traces, the glimmer rats, state of rats, the streets, filled with rakes and tawdries, designed sleeper, tainted in the void when you speak. Hollow earth, the Christian boxer rebellion, INPT, Barnum never meet. Put the book back on the shelf, different ugliness, different madness, water triangle, fire triangle, the mystery of the planet, ghosts, the dark horse, book of hauntings, the dead, witchcraft, poet and killer, flight, path of the warrior, rebender, reanimator, worshipped by the creatures of the night, blessed thistle and lady whistles, human target, reasons to be cheerful. The kingdom is invisible, Conan and the demons, a witch's nimble, the red right hand, the Cal McDonald mystery, tomorrow's sky, love, mansions of the silent, the boy and the wolves, the epic legends of the flood, come from the sea, even song, counterfeit, Jarrell the Superman in jail, a valley is a dale, all the bats have died and turned pale, and me, as my manner was, went into the garrison for 3 days, opening in a legend that Christ must needs and have suffered and risen again from the grave.